Wow, what a Champions League final we have had this past weekend, and it is congratulations to FC Barcelona, who have lifted their second ever Champions League final trophy. After coming back from 2-0 down, the Spanish side win 3-2 and lift the trophy in Eindhoven. What a game it was, really a tale of two halves. Looking back at that game now, in the first half, Wolfsburg absolutely dominated. Within the first 5 minutes, they were 1-0 up thanks to Eva Puyol with a lovely finish. And then just before half-time, Alexandra Pop made it 2-0 to Wolfsburg with a fantastic header. And for me, at that point, I thought 2-0 is going to be quite similar to some of the finals we've had in the past, where that side that are winning go on to dominate and continue to do so. Because at times during that first half, it just felt like Barcelona were trying too much to try and pass it into the net, and Wolfsburg's defence in that first half really stood tall and made it hard for Barcelona to try and break it down and find a way of scoring a goal. And you could see the visible frustration on Jonathan Heraldez' face as that first half wore on, and it just didn't look like they were going to be able to find a way back into the game. Then within minutes of the second half starting, Patrick Guijarro scored the first goal, and then 2 minutes later she scored the second to bring it right level, and you could just see the motivation and the energy just shift all the way to Barcelona's side in that situation. Whatever Heraldez said at halftime certainly worked and got Barcelona right back into it, and then from that moment onwards, Barcelona just looked the more stronger and dominant side. They were able to pick off Wolfsburg, create chances, force Merla Forums into some big saves. It could have been a lot more than the 3 goals had she not been saving them. But it was a big second half from Barcelona. And for me, who else? Guijarro, Bonmatí, Rolfo, who scored the third goal, will get all the headlines and highlights. Carolina Graham Hansen's performance in that second half was absolutely fantastic, and is one that deserves to be fully recognised because of how well she did, and she definitely helped change that tempo for Barcelona and get them right back into that game. Then on the 70th minute, Caldente tees up Fridolina Rolfo, who makes it 3-2 to Barcelona. And after then and in between the second and third goal, Wolfsburg definitely had chances to get back into the game and try and take the lead again, but they just weren't able to do so. And it seemed like their energy from the first half had been expended, and they just seemed like always going to be the second best in that second half, because Barcelona just found that next gear, found that next level, and really just turned it on again. And absolutely fantastic second half performance from them. First half, there was definitely some things where you were questioning, this doesn't seem like the Barcelona of old, but once they got that second half underway, all of that seemed to be wiped away and got back to playing their usual selves, and were absolutely fantastic in that second half. Really made it tough for Wolfsburg in all aspects of the game, where it was through the defensive work, the midfield battle, or going forward with Barcelona attacking and making it really hard for the defenders of Wolfsburg. But with that result, it means a conclusion to the domestic season in Europe, and obviously all attention can now go over to the World Cup. With that result as well, Barcelona obviously qualify automatically for next season's group stages as group winners, and Chelsea also go into the group stages automatically due to their coefficiency. So the ranking with the English sides being higher ranked than other nations, so England get that fourth and final automatic spot into the group stages next season. So that's just a bit of looking into next season. But I think for Wolfsburg, looking a bit more on this game, they're obviously going to be very disheartened from that second half performance, because like I said, it was just a light and day difference performance from Barcelona. And when you're 2-0 up, you're thinking, okay, this is going to be a nice victory for us. This is how we're going to roll all the way through the second half, play our usual football. But there just seem to be lapses in judgment and memory moments for Wolfsburg for a second half, especially I think it was the second goal. Lynn Wilms trying to clear the ball a couple of times, one that hits her own teammate, and then again she just can't deal with the ball, and that's how Barcelona score it. So there's some things that I think Tommy Stroot's side will obviously want to iron out heading into next season. and just try and make sure that this obviously doesn't happen again. But the fact that they took them until the final to be defeated shows how good they can be in the Champions League, and it takes a very, very strong opposition like Barcelona to knock them off their perch, which they were able to do. And then for Barcelona, again, only the one defeat in the Champions League, and that was against Bayern Munich back in the group stages back in December. But yeah, I think coming into next season's tournament, obviously they're going to have a fit Alexia Putellas, and that rest of that midfield is going to be absolutely fantastic to see. Plus some of the summer additions that Barcelona will likely make. It's going to be interesting to see whether they can hold on to their title and make it a third title in Barcelona, or will someone else win it. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the final itself, and were Barcelona the better side in that second half? And make sure you leave a like and comment, like and subscribe, and that you're following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens. And we will have plenty more World Cup stuff and other interesting videos coming your way, so don't worry. Whilst the World Cup may be over, the Champions League may be over, it isn't over for our videos. In the meantime, we'll see you soon.